And welcome, Destiny Christian Church, to Destiny Devos. And we're talking about idolatry and why trusting in other things is considered idolatry. And there are so many scriptures on idolatry that I can't even keep up with them. I'm keeping a file now on them, and I'm kind of compiling them. But in Acts chapter 1, or rather Acts 17, 28, it says, "For in him we live and move and have our being. As some of your own poets have said, for we too are his offspring." And this scripture kind of says it to me, the meaning of idolatry and why it's connected to the image of God in us. You can't understand idolatry without understanding the image of God. And because we are his offspring, have you ever seen a parent bawl out their child and say, "I taught you better. You reflect this family, you reflect me and your dad"? This is the same idea as idolatry. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but the same word for idol and the same word for image of God, they're similar. And they're within the same semantic range. You know, the semantic range is almost like a thesaurus, where it has all these words that mean the same. And so trusting in other things is seen as idolatry in the scriptures because you're trusting in something else other than the one who created you. And that's a very serious thing. God is the creator. We are the creation. And so weekly, I've been doing these little seed thoughts because I'm building towards a series on idolatry the next couple months that I'm excited about. And so as I do my reading and as I meditate on it and read and reread, and it's amazing. And the Old Testament is like filled with all the idolatry. Every time you read about one of the kings, it says either he did that which was right in the sight of God, or he did that which was evil in the sight of God. And when he did evil in the sight of God, it was always this pattern. It said he built altars, and he built high places, and he shut the house of God, and he built Baals and Ashtaroth poles. And it was always idolatry that was the central issue. So here's the point. Whatever is created relies on God for its existence and purpose. So to not trust in the one who created you, to the one who gives you your identity, to the one who tells you who you are, is idolatry, because it means you're trusting in something else or someone else. And this is a theme that is throughout all the scriptures. In fact, we find in Hebrews this scripture that says, "He is the reflection of God," or of God's glory, and the exact imprint of God's very being, and he sustains all things by his powerful word. And so this is why when you trust in something other than God, God finds that very offensive. When Israel trusted in Egypt for its strength, or in some other country, and sent them, so to speak, an offering, and say, we're going to send you a bunch of gold, come and bring your soldiers and save us from the Assyrians, or the Ethiopians, or someone who's trying to conquer us. And God took that so offensively because it is literally idolatry. It is idolatry of our image not to trust in our Creator. And that's why Hebrews talks about Jesus being the reflection of God and the very imprint of God's being. And so reducing God to just another idol is a dangerous thing, isn't it? Of saying, well, I'm going to trust in this and trust in that. And I'll read on in the book of Acts that says this, Acts 17:29. It says, "Since we are God's offspring, we ought to not think that the deity is like gold or silver or stone or an image formed by the art and the imagination of mortals." In other words, we can't control God. We can't capture God. We can't manipulate God. We can't make him do what we want. We can't massage him and worship him the way we want. And so many churches have done that in our modern day, where they've watered down the gospel and Jesus to the point where what is the difference between sin and righteousness? There's no difference. And God is just another one of the idols that we worship. And so think about it this way as we close. Am I trusting God with all my heart, my Creator, my Sustainer, the one who gives me my identity, or am I trusting in my own strength Am I trusting in the God who saved me, or am I trusting in other things or in other people or in my money or in my possessions? So until next time, check out the website, destinychristianniagara.com. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook. There's always news on there and things that are happening. And the website especially, we put flyers up when there's events, and there's 2 coming up. We have a speaker next week, which is special speaker, and then a speaker after that we're excited about. So it's a busy summer, and we're excited to do these. Until next time, have a great time. God bless you.